Hey guys, this is CursedSamuroid again. In this video, I'm going to talk about a question that I received in one of the comments asking that there is a drop in the population. So what I did was I basically, dropped the population in my base just to give you a demo about how do you make sure that your population is always max, right? So uh, first, we'll talk about how to check the population. So the population of the base is always listed here in terms of number. You could see this, blue ring around it. If it's a complete ring, that means it's max. If it is lesser than that, like you see now, then of course the population is decreasing. So when you click on it, it would show you this arrow pointing bottom, and if you see the number is continuously reducing, right? And that only happens because your ration truck has no food and water. You need to ensure that your ration truck always has, food and water both, adequate so that your population doesn't die. Now you see, while I'm talking, the number is still decreasing, and this is very concerning, right? Because it reduces the strength of your base. So what you need to do is uh, you will always get an indicator as soon as your ration truck is empty, with a red symbol of a red circle symbol with a grain in it. You can simply click on it and it'll basically highlight where the ration truck is with the three options, and of course the transport option is highlighted, right? So you need to click on transport, and ideally what happens is on this side where your at the bottom right hand side corner, it shows how much resources are needed. So if you have lesser resources, that means the bar won't go full. So always ensure that you move it and keep it equal, right? So in this case, I'm going to do this, right? Move it to the extreme right side to ensure that I give full 1 million of grains and water. And if you can see, once I've made it full, it also shows me the expendable time. That means for next 16 hours and 47 minutes, I really don't need to worry about my ration truck. But of course, after that, the population is going to start dropping, right? Like if I move it to 534, 500 grams change, you can see it can sustain the population for 9 or 8 hours, roughly, right? So the same thing. Make sure that you transport food enough. If you are, if you do not have resources enough, ensure you either gather resources by the multiple means that I explained in a couple of my other videos. Um, so I'm going to click on transport now and see what's going to happen, right? So it's showing that there's a 53-second timer that basically shows that in 40 seconds I will get this resources supplied to the ration truck. Now the reason why that happens is because my storages are pretty far, right? And the truck literally needs to go to that granary and gather resources from there, right? So that's why it takes time for the resources to be gathered and then delivered to the ration truck, right? So in about 18 seconds, the ration truck is going to be filled, and then we'll see if the population trend is going down or not, right? So we've got like a few more seconds to wait. And in just a couple of seconds we'll see what happens next. So you see the truck has already arrived and they are filling up the ration, and the ration is now loaded, right? And that that mark with the red colored green mark has gone away. The population here, let me click on this and see. Now it shows an upside arrow, and then the population is slowly increasing, right? So you need to make sure the population at the base is always max. My population cap is at 82K. So the moment it hits 82,000, that's it. It's going to stop. It's not going to go further, right? So let's give it some time because it's going to take some more time to increase that. Also ensure that you have enough resources at the top, after you go ahead and fill the ration truck, because for 16 hours, ration truck won't need anything, but you would definitely need definitely need the ration for other things, right? Sorry, not ration, resources. For example, if I want to upgrade this now, sorry, not upgrade. Let's say if I want to train more soldiers, right? I need 135k grains and 29k lumber, wood, right? So I'm going to click on trade here, and then it's going to take some time, right? But and then if you see the ration or the resources in grain area reduced, right? So make sure that your ration truck is always full with resources. Always keep a tab off time, and then come back and refill. Otherwise, the population will of the base will reduce, and that overall strength of your base will also reduce. I hope this video answered some of your questions. And if you have any more questions, please put them in comments. I would be more than happy to answer them in my next video. And if you've already liked the video and subscribed to the channel, thank you for it. If you haven't done it, this is the best time to do that now. Like and subscribe, and be updated about all the new videos that comes your way. CursedSamuroid signing off.